Attention seniors. 11 foods you should never refrigerate. Here's why you're making a big mistake. You do it every day. Open the fridge, put the food in. You think you're protecting your health. But what if you're actually doing the opposite? Every year, nearly 48 million Americans get sick from foodborne illnesses. More than 3,000 die. And the most vulnerable? Older adults. Not because of what they ate at restaurants, but because of what they stored, wrongly, at home. Your refrigerator, the place you trust most, could be quietly turning everyday foods into silent killers. Some foods lose their nutrients, others develop toxins, and most people have no idea they're putting themselves and their loved ones at serious risk. In this video, you'll discover 11 common foods you should never refrigerate, especially if you're over 60. Number 1 on this list? It's shocking, and probably sitting in your fridge right now. Before we dive in, take 1 second to hit the like button and subscribe to Holistic Health 360, because here, we don't just give you health tips, we show you how to live longer, stronger, and wiser. Number 1. Potato. Potatoes may seem harmless, but when stored in the fridge, they can turn into something far less desirable. Have you ever wondered why potatoes sometimes become soft, discolored, or lose their flavor after being stored in the fridge? The truth is, potatoes should never be kept in cold temperatures. When exposed to low temperatures, the starch in potatoes quickly turns into sugar, which not only alters their natural flavor, but can also produce a harmful compound. When potatoes are cooked at high temperatures, the sugar reacts with amino acids to form acrylamide, a substance that has been linked to cancer in animal studies. This makes it crucial to avoid refrigerating your potatoes. But that's not all. Cold temperatures also change the texture of potatoes. You may notice they become mushy and lose their firm, crisp texture, which is less than ideal. This can also result in a significant loss of essential nutrients. And for those of us, particularly seniors, striving to maintain a nutritious diet, preserving the nutritional value of food is incredibly important. Proper food storage plays a key role in ensuring that we are getting the maximum benefit from what we eat. To store potatoes the right way, keep them in a cool, dry, and dark place, away from the refrigerator and moisture. This will help preserve their firmness and prevent them from going bad. If you need to store potatoes for a longer period, don't reach for the fridge. Instead, use other methods like placing them in a breathable cloth bag or an airtight container to maintain their quality and nutritional value. As Hippocrates famously said, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." Proper food storage doesn't just enhance the taste of our meals, but also protects our health. So, are you ready to make the change and start storing your potatoes the right way to maximize their nutritional value? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on our Holistic Health 360 channel for more tips on healthy eating and living. Stay tuned for more ways to improve your well-being. Number 2. Bread. Bread is a food that contains a lot of starch, and when you store it in the fridge, the starches in the bread begin to crystallize, causing a process known as staling, which means it becomes hard and loses its freshness. As the starches crystallize, the bread becomes dry, tough, and no longer tastes as good as when it was fresh out of the oven. In fact, when you take the bread out of the fridge, you'll notice it becomes crumbly and loses the soft texture and sweet flavor you expect. What's worse, when the bread has been chilled, taking it out can cause it to sweat. Moisture from the air will soak into the bread, creating ideal conditions for mold growth. For older adults, this can be a hidden danger, as mold can produce harmful toxins that can weaken the immune system. As you know, the health of older individuals is more vulnerable to these small threats, so we need to be extra careful when it comes to food storage. So, What is the correct way to store bread? It's simple. Leave it at room temperature for about 2 to 3 days. During this time, the bread will stay fresh and tasty without losing its quality. However, if you can't finish the bread within a few days, the best solution is to freeze it. Freezing bread helps preserve its freshness for a longer period without compromising its quality. As Albert Einstein famously said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." The right way to store bread is a perfect example of using simplicity to maintain food quality and protect our health, especially that of older adults. So, don't rush to put bread in the fridge, keep it at room temperature, or freeze it if necessary. Have you tried storing bread this way? Share your experience and see if this method works for you. Number 3. Tomato. Did you know that tomatoes should never be kept in the refrigerator? Tomatoes are actually tropical fruits, and when they are exposed to cold temperatures, their ripening process is interrupted. This causes them to lose their natural flavor, becoming bland and less appealing. This is especially important for seniors, as refrigerated tomatoes can have unintended effects. Not only do they lose their rich flavor, but they also experience a reduction in vitamin C content, a crucial nutrient for maintaining good health. As you might already know, vitamin C plays a vital role in boosting the immune system and promoting healthy skin, and a lack of this vitamin can lead to various health issues, particularly in older adults. So, how should you store tomatoes properly? The simplest way is to keep them at room temperature, away from direct sunlight. A small tip is to place the stem side down, as this helps retain moisture and keeps the fruit fresh. Storing tomatoes at room temperature allows them to continue ripening naturally, preserving their delicious flavor for longer. As the famous scientist Albert Einstein once said, "Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated." Storing food correctly is one of the simple yet powerful ways to enhance your health and quality of life. So, instead of refrigerating tomatoes, make it a habit to store them at room temperature for the best taste and nutrition. Have you ever tried storing tomatoes this way? If not, give it a shot and notice the difference in flavor and freshness. Feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to Holistic Health 360 for more tips on living a healthy, balanced life. Join us and take your well-being to the next level. Number 4. Onion. Onions have a protective outer skin that helps them stay fresh for a longer period. When placed in the fridge, the damp environment causes the onion to absorb moisture, making it soft and moldy. Additionally, onions have a strong odor that can easily transfer to other foods, like butter and fruits, ruining their flavors. If you've already cut the onion, it becomes even more crucial to store it properly. While you might think that wrapping the cut onion would preserve it for a longer time, bacteria can still grow if it's left too long, even when sealed in plastic wrap. So, what's the proper way to store onions? Whole onions should be kept in a dry, cool, and dark place, away from sunlight and humidity. As for cut onions, it's best to use them within 1 to 2 days to ensure they remain fresh and don't spoil. Onions are one of those foods that are often overlooked when it comes to proper storage, but understanding how to store them correctly can help preserve their flavor and quality for longer. Have you ever experienced your onions becoming soft or smelling strange when you take them out of the fridge? That's a sign of improper storage. Try storing them in a dry, cool place and see the difference. As Albert Einstein once said, everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Sometimes, small changes in our daily habits can make a big difference. So, the next time you're thinking about storing your onions, remember that the fridge is not your best friend. Keep them in a cool, dry, dark spot, and you'll find they maintain their freshness and flavor. Number 5. Coffee. Whether it's whole beans or ground coffee, coffee is incredibly sensitive to moisture and odors. Storing coffee in the fridge can be a big mistake, and here's why. When coffee is kept in the fridge, it absorbs odors from nearby foods. This not only strips away its delicate, original flavor, but also makes it smell unpleasant. Additionally, every time you open the fridge, the cold air causes condensation inside the coffee container. This moisture can cause the coffee to clump together, become moldy, and lose the beneficial antioxidants that are good for heart health. So, how should you store your coffee? The best way is to keep it in an airtight container, preferably a dark-colored one, and store it in a dry, cool, and light-free place. This will help protect the coffee from harmful elements, preserve its natural flavor, and maintain the beneficial compounds that contribute to your well-being. As the famous quote goes, "Coffee is an art, and each coffee bean is part of the creative process." Unknown. This perfectly illustrates how important it is to store coffee properly in order to enjoy its full flavor and health benefits. So, next time you prepare your cup of coffee, remember that every detail matters. Have you been paying attention to how you store your coffee? Try making a change and see the difference it makes in your daily cup. If you want to learn more tips on healthy living, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Holistic Health 360. Stay tuned for more insightful tips that will help you live your best, healthiest life. Number 6. Garlic. Garlic, often referred to as a superfood, is renowned for its ability to boost immunity and regulate blood pressure, thanks to its key compound, allicin. However, if you're thinking that storing garlic in the refrigerator will help preserve it longer, think again. Doing so actually disrupts its natural structure, making it spoil faster and lose its distinctive flavor, along with reducing the allicin content, diminishing its nutritional value. One of the more serious risks arises when garlic is minced and stored in oil in the fridge. This creates the perfect environment for the growth of Clostridium botulinum bacteria, which can cause botulism, a deadly form of food poisoning. This is why many health and nutrition experts advise against storing minced garlic in oil in the fridge. So, what's the best way to store garlic while retaining all its amazing benefits? The simplest and safest method is to keep garlic in a dry, cool place away from direct sunlight. If you need to use minced garlic, it's best to use it on the same day for optimal flavor and nutrition. Alternatively, you can preserve garlic by soaking it in vinegar or lemon juice, which helps retain its nutritional benefits while preventing bacterial growth. Imagine how adding garlic to your meals not only enhances flavor, but also serves as a powerful tool for maintaining health, from lowering blood pressure to boosting your immune system. Have you ever thought about how you store garlic in your kitchen? How can you ensure that every clove retains its maximum nutritional value without spoiling? Finally, a famous quote from Hippocrates says, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food," which perfectly applies to garlic. Properly storing garlic is a way of maintaining your health and making the most of what nature has to offer. Be mindful and cautious about food storage to protect your health and that of your family. Number 7. Banana. The truth is, storing bananas in cold temperatures can disrupt their natural ripening process. When bananas are exposed to cold, their ripening is suddenly halted. This causes the banana peel to turn black and mushy, while the flesh inside becomes soft and loses its sweet flavor. Not only does this reduce the quality of the fruit, but it also causes the loss of essential nutrients like dopamine and catechins, which are powerful antioxidants. This is particularly important for seniors, as these antioxidants play a vital role in maintaining cellular health and fighting aging. So, what's the right way to store bananas? The best method is to keep bananas at room temperature, away from the fridge. You can hang them or place them in a well-ventilated basket to ensure proper air circulation, which helps the bananas ripen evenly and retain their quality longer. If the bananas ripen too quickly and you can't consume them in time, a simple trick is to peel them and store them in the freezer. Frozen bananas are perfect for smoothies or other recipes you can use later. By knowing how to properly store bananas, you not only preserve their delicious flavor, but also maximize the nutrients they provide. Remember, each small change in our eating habits can make a big difference in our overall health. As Albert Einstein once said, "When we stop learning, we begin to die." This applies to everything in life, from making small changes in how we take care of our food to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Have you ever tried storing your bananas at room temperature instead of the fridge? Give it a try and see the difference. And if you want more tips on healthy living, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Holistic Health 360, for more insights and advice on how to live your best and healthiest life. Number 8. Honey. Honey is one of nature's most wonderful foods, packed with health benefits, and what's even more fascinating is that it never spoils when stored properly. However, there's something important you need to know about storing honey. Never refrigerate it. Have you ever wondered why honey becomes thick and grainy when placed in the fridge? The main reason is that the cold temperature causes the sugars in honey to crystallize quickly, making the honey difficult to use and less smooth. In addition to making honey harder to use, storing it in the fridge also allows moisture from the environment to seep into the jar. This can lead to fermentation, causing the honey to turn sour and lose its natural antibacterial properties. Honey is well known for its ability to fight bacteria and aid digestion, but when it's not stored correctly, these qualities diminish, and it won't be as beneficial as it could be. So, what's the best way to store honey properly? The simplest approach is to keep honey at room temperature in a tightly sealed glass jar. This helps protect it from direct sunlight and keeps moisture out. Storing it in a dry, cool place will maintain its best quality for a long time. Think of honey as a trusted companion in your kitchen. You want to take good care of it so you can enjoy all the benefits it offers. You've probably heard the famous quote by Hippocrates, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." Honey, with all its health benefits, is a perfect example of this philosophy. It's not just a tasty treat, it's also a natural remedy that supports your well-being, especially when stored properly. So, next time you reach for your honey, remember to keep it at room temperature and avoid the fridge. Have you ever encountered honey becoming too thick after storing it in the fridge? Share your experience, and let's explore more ways to store food to keep it fresh and nutritious. Number 9. Olive oil. Olive oil is one of the healthiest foods you can consume, especially when it comes to heart health. However, storing it incorrectly, particularly in the fridge, can diminish its many benefits. In fact, putting olive oil in the fridge, especially for seniors, can lead to unintended health risks. When olive oil is stored in a cold environment, it solidifies and forms sediment, making it cloudy and difficult to pour. This not only affects its quality, but also increases the likelihood of overusing it without realizing. For older adults, this could lead to an unintentional excess of oil consumption, which is not ideal. Even more importantly, repeatedly changing the temperature of the oil from cold to warm can cause it to oxidize. This process creates harmful free radicals, which can damage your health. This is the opposite of what you might expect, as the primary benefit of olive oil is its ability to protect the heart. Research has shown that oxidized oil can contribute to joint inflammation and digestive issues, particularly in seniors. So, what's the right way to store olive oil? To maintain its quality and health benefits, you should store olive oil in a dark glass bottle or a tin container, away from light, heat, and humidity. A cool, dry place is ideal, definitely not near the stove or in the fridge. As nutrition expert Michael Pollan once said, "Good food is food that helps you live longer, healthier, and we must treat our food properly." Proper storage of olive oil will ensure that it retains its beneficial properties and contributes to your well-being. So, have you ever considered how something as simple as storing your olive oil correctly could impact your health? Remember, taking care of the foods you consume daily is a key step toward maintaining long-term health. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Holistic Health 360, for more tips and insights on healthy living. Number 10. Avocado. A highly nutritious fruit packed with healthy fats, vitamin E, and potassium. Avocados are great for heart health and help the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins. However, when it comes to storing avocados, many people don't realize that there's a common mistake that can impact the quality of the fruit and affect your health. Did you know that putting an unripe avocado in the fridge can actually stop it from ripening naturally? If you do this, your avocado may never ripen properly, or worse, it may never ripen at all. The avocado could stay green and hard, never softening as expected. When it does start to ripen, the flesh may become mushy, while other parts remain tough and bitter. This is certainly not the experience you're hoping for when you want to enjoy a perfectly ripe, creamy avocado. The issue lies in the fact that the cold temperature halts the natural ripening process. As a result, the enzymes that help break down the fats in the avocado don't function properly, meaning your body can't absorb the valuable nutrients in the fruit as efficiently. This reduces the nutritional benefits that avocados provide. So, how should you store avocados correctly? The answer is simple. Keep your avocado at room temperature until it softens slightly. This is the perfect indicator that it has ripened properly, with a smooth, creamy texture. Once the avocado is ripe, you can then place it in the fridge if you want to keep it fresh for a few extra days. This way, you can enjoy the avocado at its best without worrying about spoilage or losing out on nutrients. A famous quote by American nutritionist Michael Pollan sums up the importance of how we choose and handle food. We don't eat food, we eat the way food is prepared. So, make sure you're storing your avocados in a way that supports their natural ripening process, so you can get all the wonderful nutritional benefits they offer. Have you ever accidentally put an unripe avocado in the fridge and been disappointed with the result? Share with me how you store your avocados and what differences you've noticed when you do it the right way. Number 11. Watermelon. Watermelon is a refreshing fruit that's especially loved by seniors for its hydrating qualities. But did you know that storing the whole watermelon in the fridge is a common mistake? According to research from the USDA, refrigerating an uncut watermelon significantly reduces the levels of antioxidants like lycopene and beta-carotene. These antioxidants are essential for fighting aging and boosting the immune system. When you place an uncut watermelon in the fridge, it not only loses its sweet flavor, but its texture can become mushy, and the outer rind may develop mold if not dried properly. More concerning, though, is the risk of bacteria from the rind contaminating the flesh of the fruit once cut, potentially leading to digestive issues and foodborne illnesses. So, what's the right way to store it? Keep the watermelon whole at room temperature in a dry, cool place. Only refrigerate it after it's been cut, and be sure to consume it within 2 days to retain its best taste and nutrients. As Albert Einstein wisely said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Simple changes in your food storage habits can go a long way in preserving the health benefits of your food. For more tips on healthy living, be sure to subscribe to Holistic Health 360 and stay updated on how to live your best, healthiest life.